Look, I want to start with a story actually that arose on this show a week ago tonight. Treasurer in New South Wales, Dominic Perrottet, said that we should look in New South Wales at prioritising international students in hotel quarantine or bringing them into the country, saying that they provide a strong economic benefit rather than returning Australians. Have a look at what he had to say. Is it fair to prioritise international students returning, for the sake of the New South Wales economy, over returning Australians who haven't been able to get a plane back?
Well, it's been a balance. And I think over the course of this year, we've significantly focused on bringing back Australians, and that's completely the right response from a national and state level. But I think we've got to get the balance right now and look at innovative ways of doing things.
Mark, is the Berejiklian government right to look at this, do you think, bringing in international students instead of returning Aussies, even though so many are stranded around the world?
No, this is crazy talk, Sharri, because no state government anywhere in the Commonwealth has been able to provide hotel quarantine with 100% effectiveness. Whether you're talking about Northern Beaches or Barella clusters in Sydney, the problem in Queensland, the disaster in Victoria, even the case they had in Perth, it all comes out of hotel quarantine. So why would we be bringing tens of thousands of international students back to Australia with almost the certain guarantee that the virus would leak out of the quarantine arrangements and have a massive impact on city, state and national economy? And when they do come back, which should be next year, when it's safe and they've got vaccines and people can prove that they're not a risk to public health, we can't go back to the numbers we had. Sydney University, for instance, got to the point of 30% of its total income coming from Chinese international student fees. Well, obviously, for national security reasons, we've got to diversify all these markets so they can't come back the way the system used to be. COVID's actually a great opportunity to reset many aspects of the university system, and this is one of them.
Absolutely, not just reset the university system, but business more broadly. I think a lot of businesses have been relying too much on the Chinese market. And the point you make, Mark, is a good one about not taking the risk of the virus for international students. Of course, Stephen, this is a risk we have to take with Australians, returning Australians from abroad, because, it's unconstitutional not to let Aussies back in.
Look, we're bringing in about 6,000 a week at the moment. There's 40,000 on the waiting list. That list obviously refreshes as every week goes by because people will finish a job and want to get back home. There wouldn't be an MP in the country who hasn't had representations from constituents overseas trying to get home. They're paying exorbitant amounts of money. Frankly, I think the New South Wales Treasurer made a bit of a nong of himself last week saying what he did. I had constituents saying, this is outrageous. I've been, I've had 3 or 4 flights cancelled. This is what they're saying to me. And it's just not working. So number one priority, get our Australians back home. Frankly, we've been 12 months into this. If the Commonwealth Government and the states and the universities haven't been able to get their act together to provide safe quarantine, then frankly, I don't know what they have been doing. It's not like this problem has just come up in the last couple of weeks. 12 months more into this, they should have been able to sort these issues out. Yeah. The idea that we'd be prioritising international students over Australians is just bloody crazy.